What's up, YouTube? It's Blake Blauvelt, B-Blauvelt WWE 601, back to YouTube again. I'm just doing a Royal Rumble like post show, like results, kind of like just my reaction to it. And I'm actually in the process of, moving right now, so I'm kind of just, getting around. There's my kitty. But yeah, anyway, the Royal Rumble, it was a pretty good show. I thought it was a lot better than 2014's. I liked 2015 just a little bit better, but it was a good show. Like I enjoyed it a lot. So let's get into the review. First off, the pre-show match, it was all right. I mean, it was a little better than I was expecting. It went quite a bit longer than I was actually expecting. Damien Sandow was over with the crowd. Like, everyone wanted to see him, but, of course, everyone always wants to see Sandow now after he was Mizdow for a few months. Everyone just fell in love with Damien Sandow. And I don't know why he's not in the social outcast group, but, I mean, he might get at it at some point. He should, because he needs to be featured on TV a little more. But anyway, Mark Henry and Jack Swagger won that match. It was a decent match at best. And before I get into anything else with the show, I gotta say that the commentary was terrible. Like I don't think I've heard commentary that bad in like forever. Like, it was terrible. Like, I mean, what it was. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys. I mean, obviously, who watched, it just was not very good. So, but anyway, the first match of the night was, what was the first match? Oh, the last man standing match, which was a great match. It was definitely 5-star match. It was a great way to open the show. I thought they should have had it like the last match before the Royal Rumble, but since they were both in the Royal Rumble, they need some time to rest, which makes sense. So, but anyway, it was great. A lot of good table spots. Kendo stick shots like Ambrose always does. It was definitely entertaining, and I thought they put on a great show. I really liked this rivalry. I hope they. I hope it ends soon, but I hope the ending is great, because I want to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. That'd be great. But either way, that match was great. The ending was great with Kevin Owens falling through the two tables, and yeah. Dean Ambrose is still the Intercontinental Champion, and that is what I predicted. So I was 1-0. Well, I guess I'm 1-1 right now, counting the pre-show. But yeah, second match was the tag team title match, which was pretty good actually. I'm just not really a big fan of the tag teams nowadays, because usually their matches just aren't very good. But last two pay-per-views, the tag title match has been great. I mean, obviously last month with the ladder match was insane. With the Kalisto spot on the ladder, I mean, that was a great match. But this match was actually really good too. I mean, it was a great 2-on-2 tag team match. We saw the return of, well, not even a return really. We saw Francesca 2 be born into the New Day. But it was a good match, good back and forth action, and the way Big E caught, I think it was Jey Uso at the end of the match, was really cool, and I thought that was a great way to end it. And New Day still your tag team champions. Okay, the fourth match. So I'm 2-1 right now. Fourth match was Kalisto and Alberto Del Rio for the United States title. And another pretty solid match. There was the one botch that Kalisto had, trying to jump off of Del Rio's back into a flip powerbomb. Fell right on his head. I mean, that was a scary moment. I thought he might be out, because it looked nasty, but he got right up and continued the match, so it was cool. And I'm glad to see that he actually got to win with the Salida del Sol this time. And because it's cool to see people get to win with roll-ups, but it's like when you see their finisher, that's what you're supposed. You want to see someone win a match with their finisher. That's what they're for. So seeing the Salida del Sol was really cool, and Kalisto is your new United States champion for the second time. So he's a 2-time United States champion now, and that puts me at 3-1. And so the fourth match was the Divas Championship, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong. The ending was shit though. The ending was terrible. Like that match was great, And I wish it just would have had a way better ending because it was such a great match. Great back and forth action. Becky had some really nice spots in there, some really nice armbar spots. Not a whole lot of messing up, and you couldn't really hear Charlotte calling her moves as loudly as she usually does. But I mean, in the middle of a match, Ric Flair distracting Becky Lynch by kissing her was kind of weird, but whatever. I'd like to kiss Becky Lynch, but anyway, Charlotte won. Becky Lynch had her in the disarmer, and Ric Flair threw his jacket on Becky and being this, doing the stupid things that babyfaces have to do in WWE. She got right up off the armbar. I don't know why you just wouldn't keep holding on to the armbar. I mean, clearly it was just stupid. But then she got rolled up and beat. No, she got speared and beat. I hate Charlotte's spear. It's like the worst spear I've ever seen. But either way, Charlotte's still the Divas champion. But then the return of Sasha Banks was really cool. She came out and kicked Becky out of the ring, and then did the little handshake that her and Charlotte used to do in NXT, which was cool. But I mean, it's like everyone's like, no, I don't want to see Sasha friends with Charlotte. I want to see her go against Charlotte. But then as Charlotte was walking away, she got her. She put her in the bank statement, and everyone went wild. So yeah, that was a cool way to end that. And so yeah, that put me at 3-2 for my predictions. And then we got to the Royal Rumble match, which was decent at best. It was not the best Royal Rumble, but it wasn't terrible. Started off with Roman Reigns, obviously, and Rusev. Rusev was eliminated within a minute and 20 seconds. And then number 3 was the debuting of AJ Styles, which was really cool, and he got a huge pop from the crowd. It was so cool to see AJ Styles. I mean, I've always been a huge AJ Styles fan, so it was awesome to see him in the WWE finally, where he belongs. Honestly, he has belonged there for years. So I'm just glad he's finally there, and he had a great showing too. Like he lasted till through around number 18, I believe, when Kevin Owens came out. But it was great, and yeah, I mean, then you had your run of jobbers. Jericho came out. Wyatt started, filling in the Rumble. I should have wrote down all the entries, but whatever. Yeah, but then so the Wyatt started coming out. Braun Strowman eliminated Big Show and Kane, like to make him look strong. Obviously, whatever. I don't really like Braun Strowman that much anyway, but. Either way, so they started dominating the match. Kevin Owens is the one that actually eliminated AJ Styles. I think I already said that. And then after a couple entries after that, Sami Zayn, I guess you can't really say he debuted in WWE. He has debuted already, but he was a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. Really the only kind of surprise entrant. Well, AJ was too, but there was no really surprises or anything. But it was cool because Sami Zayn got to come in and eliminate Kevin Owens, which was great. I loved seeing that. And I hope that, builds on the feud with them. Or honestly, what could happen, which I think would be great at WrestleMania. I mean, if Kevin Owens can beat drawing a blank. If he can beat Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title, you can set up the feud with Jericho and Dean Ambrose, which would be cool. I mean, they don't really need a title to make that feud work. But then you could have a triple threat match at WrestleMania, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and AJ Styles for the Intercontinental title, which would be fucking insane. That would be great. I mean, I would love to see that match. But anyway, yeah, Sami Zayn eliminated Kevin Owens, and then the Wyatts started eliminating everybody, including Sami Zayn, which kind of sucked. But then Brock Lesnar was number 23, I believe. And he came out and started, suplex citying everybody. Mark Henry got eliminated, Swagger. And then Brock eliminated the entire Wyatt family. And as soon as, right after all three of them had been eliminated, Bray Wyatt was number 27. And he came in, and him and Brock kind of had a little thing. And then the Wyatts kind of came back in and helped Bray eliminate Brock, which was cool. I thought Brock was going to kind of, come back in and start destroying everybody again. I'm glad he didn't. I'm just glad he just kind of walked away, which is cool. And then in the middle of the match, Roman Reigns got attacked by the League of Nations and, well, got taken out of the stretcher so he could have his fucking 30-minute rest, which was really stupid. I mean, I knew they were going to let him be in the ring for over an hour. I mean, and it sucks because he technically was in the Rumble for like 59 minutes or 50 minutes, whatever it was. But it's like, it's so stupid. It's like, he wasn't even in the Rumble for that long. But whatever. Either way, I'm glad he didn't win. But so he got taken backstage on the stretcher or whatever. But then when Sheamus came out, Roman, he came back and Superman punched him. He started eliminating some people. Dolph Ziggler almost got to eliminate Roman Reigns, which is really cool. I was like, oh my god, I was really hoping it was going to happen, but it didn't. But then, of course, number 30 was Triple H. Came out and him and Roman had a stare down, and they started eliminating people. It came down to, I think the final four were Sheamus, Roman, Dean, and Triple H, and Dean had just eliminated Jericho. Roman eliminated Sheamus with a Superman punch, and Triple H eliminated Roman, which was great to see. Came down to Dean and Triple H got the win, and now Triple H is your 14-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And I'm not too upset about that. I mean, I'm glad Triple H did. But either way, it was a pretty good show. It was solid. Not as good as last year's, but it was definitely better than 2014. So yeah, that's I did pick Bray Wyatt, but yeah. So whatever. I wasn't great on my predictions, but either way, it was a good show. So I'm glad it was a good show, and hopefully they can keep the momentum. The momentum going for the next few months going into WrestleMania. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.